Hi, everybody, and welcome to Connect and Thrive Live. I'm Crystal Hobbs of Reflective Marketing, and every week we bring in different entrepreneurs and experts to help you grow a thriving business. And this week we have Brenda Kelleher-Flight, who is returning. So Brenda was on the show last year, and I'm super excited to have you back and talk about your new book.
Thank you.
So Brenda, maybe you could start by telling us a little bit about Time to Forgive and Forget, my 7-day spa retreat.
Great. Well, Crystal, I was doing a project, and the project was, what is time? And I have no idea what time is because the past is gone. The future's not here. I only have now. And I couldn't do the project. And a lady I was doing the project with, Claudine Anderson, Claudine said, Brenda, you got to write something. So I thought, okay, I'm stuck. And I woke up in the middle of the night thinking, why don't I write how time holds us in certain places and prevents us from enjoying the present and being in the present.
Right.
And as topics came to my mind, I just would write them down, and in the morning I'd see if I felt like writing about it, and that's how the book came about.
Wow. So in your day job, you're an executive coach, and last time you were on the show, we talked a bit about your business coaching.
Yes, we did.
So, and you even say in the introduction of the book that you're not a life coach. So what inspired you to write a book about, time and releasing that negative energy?
I find that for most of us, that we live today based on the past, or we live today based on what we want tomorrow. So the question is, what's the past saying in our mind? Is it saying you're not as good as the kid next door, you're not as smart as your sister, as your brother, that you're too tall, you're too short, you're not going to amount to anything? What is the past saying? And whether you're a business owner or an executive or a mom or a dad or a person just walking the streets trying to figure out life, that tape influences everything we do every day.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I think this is like very eye-opening to be, to look at yourself and like the things you tell yourself every day, or like those kind of hidden beliefs that limit the success that you can have.
Definitely.
So on that note, what do you think holds people back from achieving their success? Or maybe what are a few examples of those tapes?
Well, the thing is, if you're a business owner and you find that you're yelling at your employees or you're criticizing them all the time, then you could say, well, what's happening in my mind to cause me to be so challenging, so negative? Is it that I'm not feeling good about myself? Is it that I don't have the skill set to address the issues? So my tendency is to just confront people.
Right.
What's happening inside of me? Then we find our basic mind style stops us from being comfortable. For example, I'm sure you've met people who hate going to a networking event.
Right, yeah.
They hate having to entertain people. They hate having to deal with complaints. Well, if you hate something or you dislike something, what happens is then you depend on other people.
Right.
So I'd say, okay, Crystal, are you going to that event? If you're going, can you pick me up? Can we go together? Will you sit with me? Will you save me a seat?
Yeah.
And we develop all those compensatory types of behaviors to survive. But the truth is, you're perfect. You don't need those compensatory skills. Everything can be learned. You are capable of learning it.
Yeah.
So if you're capable of learning it, why don't we learn it? Because to go through life hiding behind someone else, or hiding behind a title, or hiding behind whatever we are, isn't necessary.
Mm-hmm.
We are a genuine person, and if we took all that stuff away, we're facing perfect people.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful people. And I like seeing the beauty in people. I like seeing the positives in people. I like seeing people succeed. Everyone can succeed. Everyone can have the life they want. So all the stuff in between, as a coach, I'm there to make sure they get it.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I like that the book really acts as a toolkit, you know, and you touch on a lot of common challenges that people have, like feeling alone in a crowd, or helplessness, which I think you touched on a little bit, feeling like they're buried alive. And this really acts as like a toolkit for a lot of that. So have you seen a lot of these issues come up in your coaching, and these are some of the things that you work on with people, or is this more like a first step to,
Well,
I don't know.
yeah,
You know,
I know you're making some really good points, because when I was writing the book, I was basically writing a novel. So you're getting a story where there's people in a story,
Mm-hmm.
and the story takes place in a 7-day spa retreat, and it's a silent retreat in Thailand. So I've had people call me and say, I didn't know you went to Thailand to a 7-day spa retreat. I didn't. I want to go. So
You
anybody
wish,
out
yeah.
there wants to take me to Thailand, I'm coming. My suitcase is packed. So I tell the story as I'm listening to these people express their stories to their friends. And I feel that for every story that they're stuck in, that there's a tool that can help them.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone is in a place to find the tools. And sometimes even if you are in a place to find the tools, you can't go there because everybody knows everybody, and you're afraid that your story is going to get out in the community. So you don't go find the tools.
Right.
So I thought if they were in the book, then you could find the tools, and then you gain the confidence to find a coach. For example, I do a lot of coaching on the phone. I do a lot of coaching on FaceTime, on Skype. I've done it on Zoom. I've done many platforms. It works on any platform. So the book will help a little bit, and you'll find, so with each chapter there's multiple tools.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully you'll find one that will work for you. And maybe if that doesn't work to the degree you want, then you'll find someone to help you.
Right.
So the book is really designed to be all-inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's designed, as one lady told me, she said, I bought it with a friend. We bought it between us. But she said, now I've got so many stickies on the pages, I can't give her the book.
Yeah.
Because I want to go back and use the tools. So I said, okay, that's the design of the book. It's small. You can put it in a purse or a briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed that way specifically to enable you to use it for what you need.
Yeah.
Because you deserve it.
Yeah, and I'm notorious for like half reading a book because I get bored. I have no attention span. But I think I read this in like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's very easy read, which is awesome.
Thank you.
So I know that you often say that when people don't feel at home with themselves, that has some effects on their business. So what do you think happens when people aren't truly happy or don't believe in themselves?
I often draw an avocado or an egg. And I always say, you're like the yolk of the egg. You were born perfect. You are perfect. And any mistake you make is not a bad thing. It was just a mistake. So the intent of that mistake is to learn so that you can do the take over again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like us. We just started this. It didn't work. It was a mistake, and we had to start over again. That's okay. What we do is we see our mistakes as bad.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us a bad person. It makes us an incompetent person. And how many of you out there are saying to yourself, oh, that's so stupid. Why did I do that? So we're calling ourselves names. We don't need other people to call us names. We do it to ourselves.
Right.
So we're not at home with ourselves because we want to be perfect. We want to get it right. We want to look right. We want to sound right. We want to feel right. And all these rights have got us in a tangle and in a spin. We're all going to have good days and really bad days. Days we'd rather just went away. But underneath it all, everybody is wonderful. If we would just let that wonderful person show forth and allow the mistakes to occur, learn from them, and move forward. So we're not at home with ourselves because we go out and, is my suit right? Is my tie straight? Is this an appropriate dress to wear? Do those shoes match this? Is my hair okay? And we start asking these things. But if we can look past the facade and see the person, then we're able to permit that person to be at home in themselves. We're not requiring them to be something to meet our needs. When you have to be someone else to meet someone else's needs, they don't know who they are. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It's their problems that's coming out. If someone's nasty to you, I have people say to me, oh, that person was so mean to me, and I feel awful. I say, but they couldn't be nasty unless there was nastiness in them.
Yeah.
I always say to people, if you squeeze a lemon, what do you get? You can only get lemon juice. So they got squeezed, and all the lemon juice squirted on you, and now you're assuming that you're a lemon.
Yeah.
But the lemon juice never came from you. It was never yours.
Yeah.
So why have this happen? Like I always say to people, say that lemon juice is poison. They're squirting their negativity at you and it's poison.
Yeah.
Would you drink someone else's poison? Would you really? And most of us drink it and hoping that they'll die. How many of you are holding grudges? The other person's probably gone on. They even forgot that incident.
Yeah.
They're not holding anything. You're holding it. So you got the poison inside of you. It's affecting your life, making you unhappy. You're telling your friends all these stories about these people, or you're having a glass of wine every night or whatever you're doing to try and forget about it. But they've gone on. They don't even know you exist anymore. So you've consumed their lemon juice. You've consumed their poison. You don't need to do that. Let them have it.
Yeah.
Don't take it. Because someone throws a ball at you, it doesn't mean you have to catch it. It means you got to make a decision.
Yeah.
Catch it or duck. You do have a choice. And I want the people I work with to duck. I don't want them catching anything they don't want to catch. Because it's not theirs in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from.
Awesome. So for those of you watching, if you have a question for Brenda about anything, really, anything we're talking about here today or about the book, be sure to enter it in the comments. And even after this live, I'll make sure Brenda sees it.
Thank you.
So Brenda, what would you say for someone who's feeling very overwhelmed right now, especially this time of year can be very hectic? What's some advice you would give them?
I think one of the things that we have to stop and say to ourselves, why am I doing this? How many of you are taking on things that other people could just as easily do?
Yeah.
What is our need that we have to be the person who always steps up to the plate, always has the Christmas party, always has the family social, always does the Christmas shopping? Why are we? What need do we have? What unfulfilled need do we have that it must be me?
Yeah.
So what can we share? Are you scheduling me time?
Yeah.
Where is me in all of this? If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. Loving yourself first is so important. So what am I doing to show myself that I love myself, that I'm taking care of myself? Because when I do that, I can take care of other people.
Yeah.
You can't give what you don't have.
Yeah, the empty tank.
The empty tank. And people, what all people see is the empty tank. So they're going to let you do it. They want to avoid you because of the energy that's coming towards them.
Right, yeah.
Take care of yourself. Love yourself first. That is so important. And you deserve it. That's the irony of it. You deserve it, and you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
It's great advice, Brenda. And Chell said, wow, I was literally about to ask how to deal with being overwhelmed. So great. All right, Brenda, so where can we learn more about Time to Forgive and Forget?
Okay, so the book itself is available from Hay House or Balboa Press. It's available from Chapters online and from Barnes & Noble and from Amazon.
Perfect.
And also, we're going to be doing a webinar on the book, going through the tools of the book. Crystal is in charge of that. That's her area of expertise, not mine.
To be announced.
To be announced. So we will be doing a webinar on the book itself, and we'll also be doing another webinar on how to move past your story. So that will help you use the tools to move forward. So it is moving forward. For anyone who needs a coach, I'm always available, and at GDP Consulting, and again via phone, whatever. But you have to be ready. You can't go to coach when you're not ready.
Yeah.
So it has to be when you're ready, when it's right for you.
Absolutely. So we've pasted a link as well in the comments there. So definitely check out Brenda's book. And thanks for tuning in. And Brenda, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, Crystal. This amazing. This woman is amazing. So if you can use her services, don't forget reflective marketing. She is #1 in my books.
Thanks, Brenda. All right, guys, we will see you next Friday on Connect and Thrive. Bye.
Thank you.